6 Ways to Be the Chase. Denzel Washington Motivation. Stoicism. What if, instead of constantly chasing others, seeking approval, or running after opportunities, you became the kind of person who naturally attracts people and success into your life? Imagine how your world would change if you focused on embodying qualities that draw others toward you, effortlessly. At Stoic in Your Life, we believe this transformation is not just possible, but entirely within your reach. Today, we're diving into 6 powerful principles inspired by the motivational wisdom of Denzel Washington and the timeless teachings of Stoicism. These aren't abstract theories or philosophical musings. They are actionable strategies designed to reshape the way you approach relationships, build influence, and create a life that aligns with your deepest values. As we explore these insights, think about this. What truly makes someone magnetic and worth chasing? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And let's begin this transformative journey together. Whether you're looking for personal growth, professional success, or deeper connections, these tools will help you unlock the power within to lead a life others admire and pursue. Number 1. You have something they need. To be the person others pursue, you must first understand and embody the principle of value, a timeless cornerstone of influence. People gravitate not to superficial qualities but to the solutions, support, and inspiration you provide. From trailblazers like Bill Gates, who leveraged his technological revolution and wealth for global philanthropy, to quiet, empathetic figures offering a listening ear, true value transcends wealth or fame. Instead, it lies in wisdom, emotional intelligence, and the ability to transform challenges into opportunities. Marcus Aurelius captures this essence in his Stoic maxim, "What is not good for the hive is not good for the bee," reminding us that personal success is deeply entwined with collective benefit. Modern Stoicism echoes this truth, urging us to cultivate our strengths in ways that enrich the lives of others. When you position yourself as a consistent source of value, offering clarity and guidance, you become indispensable, fostering trust and loyalty that shifts the dynamics from chasing to being chased, a shift rooted in authentic contribution and purposeful service. Creating value is not about extraordinary resources, but about perspective and intentional action. It lies in the hands of those who offer clarity amidst chaos or inspire others with their ideas. A mentor guiding a young professional can illuminate paths unseen, much like Denzel Washington's encouragement to use our talents to uplift others. Similarly, modern Stoicism calls us to steady ourselves amidst life's storms and share that stability to benefit others. Epictetus wisely noted, "No great thing is created suddenly," a reminder that the journey of becoming valuable requires patience, effort, and a commitment to personal growth. In a world that often rewards speed, the ability to pause, reflect, and provide clarity becomes a rare and sought-after strength. By becoming someone others can rely on, you align your actions with a larger purpose, much like a lighthouse guiding ships safely to shore. Modern Stoicism teaches us to align our lives with principles of service and contribution, enabling others to see possibilities where they once saw obstacles. This journey requires identifying your unique strengths, whether through creative ideas, practical skills, or the ability to connect deeply with others, and dedicating yourself to refining and sharing them. Seneca's insight, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity," reminds us that cultivating value creates the opportunities we often attribute to fortune. Preparedness transforms you into a beacon others seek, drawn to the depth and authenticity of the value you bring. This transformation begins with introspection, an integral practice in Stoicism. By reflecting on your strengths and weaknesses, you develop the self-awareness needed to align your life with principles that not only elevate your own character, but also uplift others. Denzel Washington's perspective on success as a tool to enrich others resonates deeply here. When you channel your abilities for the greater good, you embody the Stoic ideal of serving a purpose beyond yourself. Modern Stoicism, in its essence, champions the idea of living a life enriched with purpose, grounded in adding value to others, and sustained by meaningful connections that make life profoundly fulfilling. The path to becoming someone who is pursued is rooted in understanding that influence is not about dominance, but about service. By committing to solve problems, provide support, or inspire creativity, you establish yourself as an invaluable asset. Remember the timeless wisdom of the Stoics and visionaries like Denzel Washington, who emphasized that true influence emerges from the consistent effort to contribute to the greater good. In aligning yourself with the principles of modern Stoicism, offering value, fostering trust, and serving others, you not only attract admiration, but also craft a life of purpose and enduring legacy, proving that to truly be the chase is to live for something greater than yourself. Number 2, you're hard to get but worth it. Being hard to get but worth it is one of the most effective ways to position yourself as someone others naturally chase, not in a manipulative or selfish way, but as a byproduct of living with intention and purpose. The secret lies in understanding the value of your time, energy, and attention. If you scatter these precious resources freely to anyone who asks, you unintentionally diminish their worth. Think about it. Why are diamonds more desirable than common stones? It's their scarcity, their perceived unattainability, that elevates their value. Similarly, your time and focus become far more significant when they are thoughtfully and selectively shared. This isn't arrogance, it's wisdom. It's a Stoic secret that has stood the test of time. To be hard to get in this context means setting healthy boundaries that protect your mental, emotional, and physical energy. It's about knowing when to say no so that your yes carries weight. Imagine a sculptor working on a masterpiece. They don't chip away indiscriminately at the stone. They focus, refine, and dedicate their energy to achieving a vision. Your life and priorities are no different. By safeguarding your time and aligning it with meaningful goals and relationships, you create a sense of purpose and scarcity around your presence. This naturally encourages others to respect your boundaries and value your involvement, because they understand that you don't offer it lightly. Consider the example of Steve Jobs, who mastered this principle. Jobs famously said no to countless projects and partnerships, not because they weren't good ideas, but because they didn't align with his vision. By focusing solely on what mattered most, he amplified his impact. People admired him not just for his achievements, but for the clarity and discipline with which he chose his commitments. This selectivity wasn't about being dismissive. It was about preserving his energy for the people, ideas, and projects that truly mattered. And guess what? That made others work even harder to earn his time and attention. Now let's bring it closer to home with a modern story. Picture a rising entrepreneur named Maya, who starts her day at 5 a.m. with a clear vision of her priorities, her health, her family, and her growing business. Maya gets countless requests for collaborations, social gatherings, and casual coffee meetings. Yet, she has mastered the art of saying no gracefully. She explains to others that her time is devoted to achieving specific goals and nurturing meaningful relationships. While some people might initially feel rejected, they soon come to admire her discipline and seek her out even more fervently, knowing that if they do gain her time, it's because they've earned it. Maya isn't dismissive or unkind, she's simply focused. She lives by the Stoic secret that prioritizing what truly matters not only enhances her own life, but inspires others to strive for similar clarity in theirs. Let me ask you this. Are you protecting your time like the invaluable resource it is? When was the last time you said no to something that didn't serve your purpose, and how did it feel? Reflect on your life. Are you spreading yourself too thin, or are you channeling your energy into the things that align with your core values? Remember, it's not about shutting people out. It's about letting the right ones in. When you live this way, you don't have to chase anyone or anything. Instead, you become the chase. The lessons here are simple yet profound. First, your time is your most precious asset. Treat it as such. Second, saying no to distractions is saying yes to what truly matters. And third, when you prioritize your goals and relationships with intention, you set a standard that inspires others to respect your value. By embodying these principles, you create a life where people don't just want your attention. They seek your wisdom, your presence, and your authenticity. And that is the true power of being hard to get, but absolutely worth it. Number 3, you inspire them to be better. True greatness isn't defined by accolades or achievements, but by the ability to inspire others through authentic action and steadfast character. People are naturally drawn to those who awaken their desire to grow, push boundaries, and strive to become better versions of themselves. This influence comes not from grand speeches or empty promises, but from leading by example, a principle central to modern Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius captured this truth when he said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." By committing to personal growth with discipline, integrity, and perseverance, you embody the virtues that others aspire to adopt. Your life becomes a living testament to what can be achieved through consistent effort and resilience. Consider someone who pursues their goals with relentless determination, not for recognition, but from a deep commitment to their potential. Such individuals naturally inspire those around them to adopt similar dedication. Their example sparks a chain reaction of motivation and ambition. When you focus on self-improvement while lifting others up, you foster an environment of shared growth and positivity. By celebrating others' achievements and offering genuine encouragement, you don't just boost confidence, you build a culture that thrives on collective success. Seneca's wisdom reinforces this idea. As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. By prioritizing your character and actions, you become a catalyst for meaningful change in the lives of those around you. Oprah Winfrey exemplifies this principle. Her openness about her struggles, paired with her relentless pursuit of excellence, has empowered millions to believe in their own potential. Oprah doesn't just tell people they can succeed. Her life demonstrates what's possible when courage meets determination. This is the essence of being the chase. You attract others not by demanding attention, but by living in a way that inspires admiration. In today's fast-paced, noisy world, where distractions and comparisons can derail self-esteem, the discipline and clarity you exhibit become a source of hope and guidance, much like a lighthouse amidst a storm. Modern Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our actions, our virtues, and the impact we have on others. This mindset is especially vital in an era dominated by social media, where curated lifestyles often fuel envy and self-doubt. Choosing to uplift rather than compete, to motivate rather than critique, sets you apart as a source of genuine inspiration. People gravitate toward those who make them feel capable of greatness, not through flattery but through empowerment. As Epictetus advised, don't explain your philosophy, embody it. By living with purpose and integrity, you inspire others while strengthening your own sense of fulfillment, creating a virtuous cycle of growth and betterment. True leadership isn't about asserting authority, it's about empowering others to reach their full potential. Inspiring someone forms a profound bond built on trust, respect, and admiration. People are drawn to those who challenge them to dream bigger and work harder, pushing them to overcome obstacles and realize their capabilities. The respect you earn through inspiration is deeply rooted in the transformative effect you have on others, encouraging them to act with courage where fear once held them back. In the framework of modern Stoicism, these principles resonate even more deeply. By embodying virtues like courage, temperance, wisdom, and justice, you demonstrate a way of life that is both admirable and attainable. You show others that living with integrity is not just an ideal, but a practical, fulfilling path. In a world full of fleeting distractions, this values-driven approach offers a powerful and refreshing alternative. By committing to your own growth while empowering others to do the same, you create a legacy that extends far beyond your immediate circle, leaving a meaningful and lasting impact. Inspiring others is about leaving an enduring mark on the world. It's about leading with humility, not ego, with compassion, not authority. By embodying the principles of modern Stoicism and living authentically, you naturally attract those seeking guidance and purpose. This ability to inspire, to truly be the chase, isn't about validation but about sparking growth and excellence in others. By committing to personal excellence and encouraging others to achieve their potential, you create connections filled with purpose, transforming lives and building a legacy of lasting impact. How about you? Are you ready to protect your time and energy, focus on what really matters, and inspire those around you to reach their potential? Comment below with, "I'm a new warrior," or "I want to join the journey," to let us know you're committed to this transformational path. And don't forget to watch until the end of this video. There's so much more to discover about building influence and becoming someone others naturally follow. Number 4. You exude confidence, not arrogance. Confidence is a magnetic force, one that draws people toward you not through loud proclamations or self-promotion, but through an assured and quiet strength. To exude confidence is to know your worth and carry yourself with a calm, grounded presence that reassures others. It is this inner security that makes people feel safe in your company, trusting in your judgment, and looking to you for guidance. As Seneca aptly stated, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, but because we do not dare that they are difficult," reminding us that true confidence is rooted in the courage to take action despite uncertainty. Modern Stoicism teaches us to cultivate this form of confidence by focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, actions, and reactions, and letting go of the need for external validation. Confidence becomes the bedrock of influence when it emanates from this place of self-mastery. Yet, the allure of confidence must be balanced with the humility that guards against arrogance. Arrogance, unlike confidence, is a facade often born of insecurity, seeking to assert superiority by belittling others. True confidence, by contrast, is uplifting. It inspires trust and admiration rather than defensiveness or resentment. A genuinely confident person listens more than they speak, leads through actions rather than words, and remains steadfast in their values without the need for constant approval. This distinction is exemplified by leaders like Barack Obama, whose calm demeanor and thoughtful decision-making during his presidency resonated deeply with people, inspiring trust and respect. Stoic teachings caution against arrogance, with Marcus Aurelius reminding us, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." This echoes the idea that confidence stems not from external power but from internal stability. Confidence also lies in embracing your imperfections and understanding that flaws are a natural part of the human experience. Perfection is an impossible standard that leads to frustration and self-doubt, while the ability to acknowledge your shortcomings and move forward with determination is the hallmark of true confidence. In modern life, this means recognizing that mistakes are stepping stones to growth and that vulnerability, when owned with grace, becomes a source of strength. When you accept yourself wholly, you set an example for others to do the same, creating an environment of trust and authenticity. This principle aligns closely with modern Stoicism, which emphasizes self-reflection and resilience. As Epictetus wisely advised, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. To cultivate confidence, start by taking small, deliberate steps toward your personal goals, celebrating your progress, and allowing each achievement to reinforce your belief in yourself. Surround yourself with supportive individuals who see your potential and encourage your growth, as the company you keep significantly impacts your mindset. Practice expressing your thoughts and values with clarity and authenticity, understanding that confidence is less about being right and more about standing firm in your convictions. Over time, this practice builds an unshakable foundation of self-assurance that others will naturally gravitate toward. Confidence is a balance between self-trust and humility, a quiet strength that speaks volumes without shouting. It allows you to inspire, lead, and uplift others while remaining grounded in who you are. By embodying the principles of modern Stoicism, focusing on internal mastery, and aligning your actions with your values, you create a magnetic presence that draws people to you, not through force but through the quiet power of self-assurance. Just as Denzel Washington inspires us to channel our talents for the benefit of others, your confidence can become a guiding light, attracting admiration and fostering meaningful connections. This is the essence of true confidence, rooted in purpose, tempered by humility, and made unshakable through the continuous pursuit of self-improvement. Number 5. You're unapologetically authentic. Authenticity is a superpower in today's world, a rare quality that has the power to draw people in effortlessly. When you embrace who you truly are and live unapologetically as yourself, you radiate a kind of magnetism that curated facades and social masks simply cannot replicate. In a world that often pressures us to fit into predefined roles or mold ourselves into what others expect, authenticity shines like a beacon of courage and individuality. People are naturally drawn to those who are real, those who aren't afraid to be vulnerable, and those who live in alignment with their values and beliefs. This is a Stoic secret to becoming the person others seek, not because you try to please everyone, but because you dare to be yourself without apology or pretense. When you're authentic, you're not concerned with conforming to societal expectations or trying to project an image of perfection. Instead, you embrace your strengths, your flaws, and even your quirks, knowing that these unique traits make you who you are. This kind of openness invites others to connect with you on a deeper level, because they sense that you're genuine, trustworthy, and confident in your identity. Authenticity builds trust, and trust creates relationships that stand the test of time. People are inspired by those who are unapologetically themselves, because it gives them permission to do the same. It's like a ripple effect. Your courage to be real encourages others to shed their masks and embrace their own truth. Take Will Smith, for instance. His journey has not been without challenges, yet he has always been open about his struggles, his growth, and his evolution as a person. Whether he's talking about his fears, his failures, or his victories, he does so with transparency and honesty. This vulnerability has made him one of the most relatable and beloved figures in the public eye. People are drawn to him not because he pretends to be perfect, but because he allows his imperfections to be part of his story. His authenticity reminds us that being real is more valuable and far more compelling than striving to be flawless. To bring this closer to home, consider a young woman named Elena, who worked in corporate marketing but felt a deep disconnect between her work and her true passions. For years, she hid her love of art because she feared it would be dismissed as impractical. One day she decided to share her sketches on social media, along with stories about how art helped her process her emotions and navigate tough times. The response was overwhelming. Her vulnerability and authenticity resonated with people, and they began following her journey not just for her talent, but for her openness and courage to be herself. Elena didn't try to appeal to everyone, yet she built a community of people who genuinely valued her for who she was. And it all began when she stopped hiding and started showing up authentically. I ask you, how often do you show up as your true self? Are you living in alignment with your values, or are you hiding parts of yourself to fit into someone else's narrative? What would change in your life if you let go of the need to please everyone and instead embraced your uniqueness? Remember, being authentic doesn't mean you won't face criticism or challenges. It means you'll face them as the person you truly are, not as someone you're pretending to be. The lesson here is simple, but profound. Authenticity attracts. It builds trust, deepens relationships, and sets you apart in a world of conformity. When you live authentically, you create a life where the right people, opportunities, and experiences naturally gravitate toward you. You don't have to chase validation or approval because you already possess the confidence and self-respect that comes from being unapologetically you. This is the essence of a Stoic secret. The courage to be yourself is the foundation of a life well lived and deeply connected. Number 6. You master the art of giving without expecting. True generosity is an act of selflessness, where the giver offers their time, resources, or support without any expectation of reciprocation. This profound principle transcends mere transactions and builds trust, goodwill, and admiration, making it a cornerstone of what it means to be the chase. People are naturally drawn to those who give from the heart, as it demonstrates an intrinsic care for others over self-interest. As Seneca aptly stated, "The wise man does not lay up his own treasures. The more he gives to others, the more he has for his own." In the spirit of modern Stoicism, giving without expecting reflects a life guided by virtue, focusing on what is within our control, our actions and intentions, while letting go of outcomes. When you give freely, the impact goes far beyond the initial act. Consider a mentor who dedicates their time and knowledge to guide others without expecting anything in return. This act of generosity not only fosters growth in those they mentor, but also builds enduring trust and respect. Such selfless contributions ripple outward, inspiring others to follow suit and creating a culture of mutual support and empowerment. Similarly, when you devote your time to causes that align with your values, you not only create tangible positive change, but also demonstrate a deep commitment to improving the world around you. By living in this way, you embody the principle of giving as a virtue, illustrating that it is its own reward. The power of giving without expecting is also deeply tied to the law of reciprocity, not in a transactional sense, but as a reflection of the natural flow of life. What you put out into the world often returns in ways you could never predict, whether it's through new opportunities, strengthened relationships, or a deeper sense of fulfillment. This mindset allows you to give freely, trusting that your efforts will yield benefits, not because you demand them, but because generosity inspires loyalty, builds connections, and creates opportunities. As Marcus Aurelius advised, what we do now echoes in eternity. Every selfless act you perform leaves an imprint that extends beyond the immediate moment, enriching both your life and the lives of others. A modern example of this principle is Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest individuals in the world who has committed the majority of his fortune to philanthropy. Despite his vast wealth, Buffett's generosity stems not from obligation, but from a belief in the transformative power of giving without expecting anything in return. His actions have positively impacted millions, demonstrating that true wealth lies not in accumulation, but in the ability to uplift and empower others. Buffett's approach exemplifies how mastering the art of selfless giving can leave a legacy far greater than material success. In the context of modern Stoicism, giving without expecting is a practice of aligning your actions with virtue while cultivating inner tranquility. By focusing on what you can give rather than what you might gain, you free yourself from the burden of expectation and open yourself to the boundless possibilities that generosity can bring. In today's world, where transactional relationships often dominate and personal agendas cloud interactions, selfless giving stands out as a rare and admirable quality. It allows you to form genuine connections, foster trust, and build a reputation as someone who truly cares. When you master the art of giving without expecting, you enrich not only the lives of others but your own life as well. This practice transforms your perspective, encouraging you to find fulfillment in acts of kindness and service rather than material or social rewards. As Epictetus taught, "He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing." Generosity teaches us to appreciate the abundance already within us and to share it freely, knowing that true contentment comes from giving, not getting. By adopting this mindset, you not only become the chase but also cultivate a life of deeper meaning and enduring impact. Confidence is about quiet strength and humility, not arrogance. Comment below with, "I choose quiet strength," if you're ready to embody true confidence and self-assurance. And stay until the end. There's so much more to uncover, especially in Part B. 6 key strategies to strengthen your influence, where the best insights are waiting for you. 6 key strategies to strengthen your influence. Number 1. Develop emotional intelligence. Developing emotional intelligence, EQ, is one of the most powerful strategies for building influence and achieving personal and professional success. EQ is the ability to understand, regulate, and use emotions effectively, both your own and those of others. This journey begins with self-awareness, the cornerstone of emotional intelligence. Recognizing your emotions as they arise, such as noticing anger before it escalates, allows you to pause, reflect, and respond constructively. In the context of modern Stoicism, this wisdom underscores the importance of mastering your inner world to navigate external challenges with clarity and calm. When you manage your emotions thoughtfully, you avoid impulsive reactions that could harm relationships, instead fostering trust and understanding. Empathy, a key component of EQ, deepens connections and builds lasting relationships. When you actively listen to someone who is upset, acknowledging their feelings and offering genuine support, you create an environment of trust and validation. This practice not only strengthens personal bonds but also enhances professional interactions. For example, a manager who empathizes with an overwhelmed employee can provide support or adjust workloads, creating a more motivated and loyal team. Modern Stoicism echoes this practice of empathy as an integral part of serving the common good, reminding us to align our actions with the well-being of others. Effective communication is another hallmark of emotional intelligence. By expressing yourself with clarity and without aggression, you create space for constructive dialogue. Consider a situation where workplace frustrations arise. Calmly articulating your concerns invites solutions, whereas aggressive outbursts escalate conflict. Thoughtful communication reflects emotional maturity, which fosters respect and collaboration. Moreover, staying composed under pressure is a skill that magnifies your influence. Think of first responders such as firefighters, whose ability to remain calm during crises not only saves lives, but inspires confidence in others. Similarly, in your own life, cultivating poise in high-stakes situations allows you to lead and reassure those around you. Conflict resolution through emotional intelligence is another transformative skill. High EQ individuals mediate disputes with patience and understanding rather than escalating tensions. For instance, when colleagues clash over project ideas, an emotionally intelligent mediator listens to both perspectives, identifies common ground, and suggests a compromise that benefits all parties. This ability to transform conflict into collaboration enhances both workplace harmony and productivity. Decision-making, too, benefits from EQ, as it allows you to balance emotional and rational considerations. A leader who gauges their team's morale, for example, may adjust deadlines to reduce stress, improving overall performance and satisfaction. To cultivate emotional intelligence, practice mindfulness and reflect on how your emotions shape your behavior. Engage in daily self-check-ins to identify emotional triggers and consider how you can respond more effectively. The more you understand and regulate your emotions, the more adept you become at connecting with others on a meaningful level. Emotional intelligence is the foundation of influence. It allows you to navigate relationships with empathy, communicate with clarity, and resolve conflicts with grace, creating an aura of trust and respect. By aligning your actions with these principles, you not only strengthen your interpersonal connections, but also cultivate a legacy of meaningful influence rooted in self-awareness and emotional mastery. In embracing emotional intelligence, you embody the teachings of both Stoicism and modern Stoicism, guiding others with wisdom, compassion, and unwavering composure. Number 2, cultivate a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the cornerstone of transformation, a belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, persistence, and learning from every experience. It's a mindset that reshapes how you see challenges, setbacks, and even success. When you embrace this perspective, You unlock the ability to turn obstacles into opportunities, just as many of the world's most accomplished individuals have done. Think of Michael Jordan, who once said, "I've missed over 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and miss. I've failed over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed." His failures didn't define him. They shaped him. With a growth mindset, he saw failures not as endings, but as beginnings, each one an opportunity to become stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Cultivating this mindset means redefining how you see failure and embracing it as a teacher. Instead of dreading mistakes, you can use them as feedback, refining your approach and sharpening your skills. Take the example of a young entrepreneur named Sarah who launched her first startup, only to see it collapse within 2 years. Rather than quitting, Sarah analyzed what went wrong, sought mentorship, and built a second company with the lessons she'd learned. Today, that company thrives because she didn't see her failure as a conclusion. She saw it as a stepping stone. This resilience comes from the Stoic secret of detachment, not taking setbacks personally, but viewing them as part of the process of growth. A growth mindset also encourages you to welcome challenges rather than shy away from them. Imagine facing a difficult problem at work, one that feels insurmountable. Instead of giving up, someone with a growth mindset would approach it as a puzzle to solve, testing different strategies and learning along the way. This perspective transforms the journey into an opportunity to refine your skills, proving that no challenge is too great when faced with curiosity and determination. Bill Gates exemplifies this principle, constantly seeking knowledge even after achieving immense success. Gates once said, "Success is a lousy teacher. It seduces smart people into thinking they can't lose." His commitment to lifelong learning, through books, experiences, and dialogue, keeps him ahead of the curve, reminding us that growth is a continuous process. Feedback is another key to unlocking a growth mindset. It can feel uncomfortable, but when you see criticism as a tool for self-improvement rather than a personal attack, you open yourself to greater growth. For example, if a colleague suggests you improve your communication skills, your response shouldn't be defensiveness but curiosity. How can I become more effective in connecting with others? This shift in perspective allows you to see the advice as an opportunity to grow, not a judgment of your worth. Growth-minded individuals view feedback as a gift, one that helps them become better versions of themselves. Another hallmark of a growth mindset is the ability to celebrate progress. So often we focus only on the final outcome, forgetting that success is built on small victories along the way. Let's say you're learning a new language. Rather than feeling defeated because you're not yet fluent, celebrate the moments when you successfully hold a conversation or understand a tricky sentence. These milestones remind you that progress is being made, even if the ultimate goal feels distant. By focusing on the process rather than the destination, you stay motivated and inspired, making the journey itself fulfilling. Risk-taking is an essential component of this mindset. Many of the most successful entrepreneurs failed spectacularly before finding their breakthroughs. Elon Musk faced near bankruptcy multiple times, but his willingness to take risks and learn from failure allowed him to build companies that changed entire industries. Each misstep wasn't a setback, it was a lesson. Are you willing to take risks and embrace the unknown? What's holding you back from pursuing a challenge that could lead to growth, even if failure is a possibility? The lessons here are clear. A growth mindset is not about avoiding failure. It's about embracing it as a necessary part of success. It's about seeing every challenge as a chance to evolve, every piece of feedback as a tool for improvement, and every small step forward as progress worth celebrating. By adopting this mindset, you'll cultivate resilience, unlock your potential, and discover opportunities you never thought possible. This Stoic secret of continuous growth will not only help you chase your goals, but will make you the kind of person others are drawn to, inspired by, and eager to follow. So, how will you choose to grow today? Number 3, master effective communication. 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 Master effec Effective communication is one of the most vital skills for influencing others and fostering meaningful relationships. At its core, communication isn't about simply conveying information. It's about making a connection that resonates. The first step is clarity. Simplifying your message so it is easy to understand and digest is critical. Overloading your audience with jargon or overly complex ideas can cause confusion, distancing them from your message. For instance, when sharing an idea with a team, focus on the main points and deliver them with precision and purpose. Clear communication creates alignment, as the Stoic philosopher Epictetus noted. First, learn the meaning of what you say and then speak. By focusing on simplicity and purpose, your words become tools of influence rather than noise. Equally important is the ability to listen actively, a skill that is often underestimated but immensely impactful. Active listening involves being fully present in the conversation, showing engagement through gestures like nodding, maintaining eye contact, or asking thoughtful follow-up questions. This practice not only builds trust, but also demonstrates that you value the other person's perspective, fostering mutual respect. Modern Stoicism emphasizes the importance of such attentiveness in relationships, encouraging a mindset where you seek to understand others rather than dominate the conversation. When someone feels truly heard, they are far more likely to engage deeply and respond positively to your ideas. Flexibility in communication is another hallmark of mastery. Adapting your tone and style to suit your audience enhances your relatability and effectiveness. You might adopt a formal tone with your boss while using a more casual approach with colleagues or friends. This adaptability shows emotional intelligence, enabling you to navigate different social dynamics with ease. Furthermore, maintaining eye contact, a seemingly simple gesture, communicates confidence, attentiveness, and sincerity. Eye contact reinforces trust and conveys that you are fully present, making it a cornerstone of meaningful exchanges. Non-verbal cues, such as body language, amplify the power of your words. Standing tall with an open posture projects confidence and approachability, whereas crossing your arms or avoiding eye contact can unintentionally signal disinterest or defensiveness. Similarly, using gestures that align with your message adds emphasis and clarity, making your communication more engaging and impactful. Stoicism teaches us to align our external demeanor with our inner character, as Marcus Aurelius advised. Let your actions speak so loudly that others cannot hear what you say. The way you carry yourself physically often speaks louder than the words you choose. Directness and clarity are essential for building trust in communication. When you need something, asking directly and politely is far more effective than hinting or beating around the bush. Transparent communication eliminates misunderstandings and shows respect for others' time and intelligence. This straightforward approach reflects the Stoic virtue of truthfulness, where integrity in your words fosters strong, trusting relationships. Clear requests, coupled with respect and empathy, pave the way for collaboration and understanding. To master communication, you must practice consistently. Refine your verbal and nonverbal skills, listen more than you speak, and adapt your approach to meet the needs of your audience. Over time, these habits will transform the way others perceive and respond to you, enabling you to build deeper connections and wield greater influence. In today's world, where misunderstandings and superficial interactions abound, the ability to communicate effectively is a rare and invaluable asset. By embracing the principles of modern Stoicism, which prioritize clarity, attentiveness, and integrity, you can elevate your communication to a tool that not only conveys information, but also inspires action, trust, and mutual respect. This mastery of communication will position you as someone others look to for guidance, making you the chase in every interaction. Drop a quick comment. I'm ready to grow. If you're committed to building your influence and mastering these powerful strategies. And don't go anywhere. The last 3 strategies will surprise you and could completely transform the way you approach success and relationships. Number 4. Build a personal brand. Building a personal brand is essential in today's fast-paced, competitive world. where who you are often carries as much weight as what you do. Your personal brand is a reflection of your identity, values, and expertise, a statement of what you stand for. The foundation of a strong personal brand begins with identifying your core values. If integrity and honesty are non-negotiables for you, ensure your actions consistently align with these principles in all areas of life. This harmony between your beliefs and actions creates authenticity, which is the bedrock of trust. As Aristotle wisely stated, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. In modern Stoicism, this principle translates into consistently embodying your virtues in both professional and personal interactions, forging a brand that is as reliable as it is inspiring. Consistency across all platforms and interactions is another crucial component of a successful personal brand. Whether you are presenting yourself in person or online, your messaging and demeanor should reflect your authentic self. For example, if your professional persona emphasizes creativity and innovation, your social media presence should showcase projects, ideas, or insights that reinforce these attributes. Inconsistencies dilute your brand's power, while congruence strengthens it. Consider how Denzel Washington consistently portrays integrity and determination, both on-screen and in his motivational messages. This unwavering authenticity amplifies his influence. As Marcus Aurelius observed, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This Stoic wisdom emphasizes action over pretense, urging you to live your values openly and consistently. Showcasing your expertise is a vital step in building your personal brand. Sharing your knowledge through platforms like blogs, public speaking engagements, or social media positions you as a credible source of insight, enhancing your reputation. For instance, a tech professional who regularly shares updates about industry trends and solutions demonstrates not only expertise, but also a willingness to contribute to the field. This act of offering value to others aligns with modern Stoicism, which emphasizes using your skills to serve the greater good. Networking with like-minded individuals and industry leaders further amplifies your brand, opening doors to collaboration and mentorship. By attending events, joining communities, and connecting with influential figures, you expand your reach while associating your name with credibility and excellence. Consistency in delivering results is equally important. Your personal brand grows stronger each time you meet or exceed expectations in your field. A marketer, for example, builds their brand not only by designing innovative campaigns, but also by delivering measurable outcomes like increased engagement or sales. However, results alone are not enough. Authenticity is key. Your personal brand should reflect the real you, not a manufactured persona. If you have a natural sense of humor, let it shine. Forcing a rigid or overly formal image may come across as insincere. Authenticity is magnetic, setting you apart in a world that often rewards conformity. Seneca's reminder, "Be silent as to services you have rendered, but speak of favors you have received," highlights the importance of humility in branding, reinforcing that authenticity and gratitude resonate deeply with others. To build a personal brand that attracts meaningful opportunities, focus on defining your values, showcasing your strengths, and maintaining authenticity across all your interactions. A strong personal brand doesn't just open doors, it establishes a lasting legacy of trust, credibility, and influence. As you consistently deliver value and connect authentically, people will seek you out, recognizing the integrity and expertise your brand represents. By aligning your personal brand with the principles of modern Stoicism, living with purpose, serving others, and embodying your values, you not only attract success, but also cultivate a life of fulfillment and respect. Number 5. Strengthen your network. Building a strong network is not about the number of contacts you collect. It's about the quality of the relationships you build. In a world where connections often feel transactional, creating genuine bonds rooted in mutual respect and shared values makes all the difference. To strengthen your network, you must approach relationships with authenticity and a mindset of giving before expecting anything in return. Imagine a colleague struggling with a project. By offering help without being asked or sending a relevant article you've come across, you show that you care about their success. These small but meaningful gestures demonstrate that you're invested in the relationship, and over time, they build a reservoir of trust and goodwill that becomes invaluable. This Stoic secret of leading with value and intention turns acquaintances into allies and opens doors to opportunities you may never have anticipated. Networking also requires consistent effort to nurture and sustain relationships. It's not enough to connect once and then disappear. Regular check-ins, even a quick message to ask how someone is doing, keep relationships alive and meaningful. Think of it like tending a garden. Relationships need attention and care to flourish. For example, reaching out to a former mentor just to express gratitude or catching up with a colleague on their recent achievements can strengthen your bond. This simple habit ensures that your network isn't just a tool you pull out when you need something, but a living, dynamic system of mutual support. Consider a modern story that illustrates the power of networking. Alex, a graphic designer, was looking to pivot into a new field, but didn't know where to start. Instead of aimlessly applying for jobs, he reached out to people in his network who were already thriving in that industry. One of these connections introduced him to a mentor, who not only provided guidance, but also referred him to a position that aligned perfectly with his skills. Alex landed the role, but the real victory was the relationship he built with his mentor, a connection that continues to enrich his career. This highlights the value of reaching out, maintaining relationships, and being unafraid to ask for support when the time is right. Genuine interest in others is the foundation of a strong network. When you take time to understand the aspirations and goals of the people in your circle, you create a relationship of reciprocal value. It's not just about what they can do for you, but about how you can support them on their journey. Volunteering for a cause that aligns with a colleague's passion, or helping someone prepare for an opportunity they're excited about leaves a lasting impression. These acts of kindness not only enhance the relationship, but also set you apart as someone who values connection over convenience. Let me ask you, when was the last time you reached out to someone in your network just to see how they were doing? Have you made the effort to genuinely understand their goals and find ways to support them? What small gesture could you make today to strengthen a connection that matters to you? By focusing on these questions, you shift your perspective from what you can gain to what you can give, and that shift is where the magic of networking truly begins. The lessons here are clear. First, lead with value. Offer help, resources, or connections without expecting anything in return. Second, keep your relationships alive by staying in touch regularly and showing genuine interest in others. Third, never underestimate the power of asking for introductions or advice from people who already trust you. These actions create a network that is not just a collection of contacts, but a web of meaningful relationships that support your growth and success. By embracing these principles, you'll not only strengthen your network, but also embody the Stoic secret of living with purpose and intention, making yourself the kind of person others naturally gravitate toward. So, who will you connect with today, and how will you add value to their journey? Number 6. Embrace lifelong learning. Lifelong learning is the cornerstone of personal and professional growth, especially in a world that is constantly evolving. It is not merely about acquiring knowledge, but about fostering an insatiable curiosity that keeps you relevant, adaptable, and engaged. Committing to continuous growth is the first step in this journey. Whether through formal education, self-directed study, or mentorship, the pursuit of knowledge enables you to expand your horizons and refine your skills. For instance, attending workshops or leadership courses in your industry ensures you remain informed and competitive, while reading broadly across subjects cultivates critical thinking. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "What we do now echoes in eternity." Every investment in learning leaves a legacy, shaping your future and inspiring others to follow suit. Curiosity is the driving force that fuels lifelong learning. Exploring new ideas and venturing into unfamiliar territories can unlock creativity and innovation in unexpected ways. For example, diving into the dynamics of an industry unrelated to your own might spark fresh approaches to challenges within your field, giving you a competitive edge. Similarly, seeking diverse perspectives from mentors, colleagues, or even literature provides valuable insights that can help you avoid pitfalls and uncover new possibilities. Modern Stoicism teaches us to embrace knowledge as a tool for self-mastery, urging us to ask, listen, and observe as we navigate life's complexities. As Seneca wisely noted, "While we teach, we learn." By seeking knowledge from others, you enrich not only your understanding but also the collective wisdom of those around you. Adaptability is another essential pillar of lifelong learning, particularly in today's fast-paced, technology-driven world. Change is inevitable, and those who embrace it are more likely to thrive. Mastering new software, adopting automation tools, or staying informed about emerging trends ensures you remain valuable and effective. For instance, adapting to innovations in your field can boost your productivity while positioning you as a leader who is ahead of the curve. This ability to pivot and grow with the times is a hallmark of resilience and a trait deeply aligned with the principles of modern Stoicism. The Stoics believed in preparing for change and facing it with grace and practicality, reminding us that it is not the strongest who survive, but those most adaptable to change. As you grow, sharing your knowledge becomes a natural extension of your learning process. Teaching others reinforces your own understanding and strengthens the bonds within your community or organization. Whether you're mentoring a colleague, presenting new insights to your team, or simply offering advice, your contributions elevate everyone involved. Each failure or setback is also an opportunity to learn. Reflecting on what went wrong in a project and extracting lessons from those experiences builds resilience and ensures growth. As Epictetus encouraged, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. By turning every experience into a learning moment, you transform challenges into stepping stones. Embracing lifelong learning is about evolving continually, staying curious, and recognizing that there is always more to explore and understand. This mindset opens doors to new opportunities, broadens your perspective, and enhances your ability to adapt to an ever-changing world. It aligns seamlessly with the principles of modern Stoicism, which emphasizes self-improvement, resilience, and the pursuit of wisdom. By committing to this journey, you don't just enrich your own life, you inspire those around you to grow and strive for excellence. In doing so, you become a beacon of knowledge and growth, ensuring long-term success while leaving a meaningful legacy of inspiration and progress. As we wrap up today's video on 6 ways to be the chase, I encourage you to take a moment to reflect. Which of these strategies are already a part of your daily life? And which ones could you start developing to strengthen your personal growth and influence? Remember, mastering these principles isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Each step you take toward building deeper connections, inspiring others, and becoming a person of influence brings you closer to a life where opportunities and respect naturally come your way. Let's turn these lessons into action. Share in the comments which principle resonated most with you or how you plan to apply it in your life. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life for more insights on how Stoicism can empower your journey. Together, let's grow and inspire.